All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 Pittsburgh. Here we go. 22 Jet Bombers, 22 Jet Bombers.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
What's the old adage, partner? Don't judge the book by its cover, because this guy, he takes the mantra that he'll go down with a brisk gust of wind and sets it on its head. Great effort there to break a tackle and come up with a nice gain.
On first and 10, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready, set. 52. Come on. Come on, D. Everybody, tight left, tight left. We got 4. We got that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Fisher. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
We play to win. Let's go. Ready? boys. 58. 58, Mike. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. At 58.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Got an open man. It's Washington. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
Jackson from the shotgun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
To throw again is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a handoff looking right. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Lawrence. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let him know.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Go.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Hey, Delta.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go. 91. Let's go, D. Hey, Haywood. Mike 52.
To throw on third down. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Complete to Washington. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. A nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Yeah. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Johnson's got it complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling could lead to no yards gained.
That's complete. It's Collins. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Ready? 8, read. 54. Check pass, check pass. Check 3, check 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
And to give this time to the tailback. They pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
On 4th down, Lawrence. He's going to float this over the middle into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Man up.
Throwing again. Lawrence looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is now 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line. The Packers take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
60 or 54.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. He finds his man Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 54, right there. 54, Mike. I'm here all day. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Everyone go 4 down.
Back to throw. Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Flush to his right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 28. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a tight two-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Washington's got it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
58, boy. 58. 58. It's Mike.
Now it's Jackson. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 58 for Mike.
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to launch it for... And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jackson will throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Watch the run. 58 for Mike, 58.
Jackson now. His pass caught at the 4. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it, and he is out of bounds here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Second and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
60 Pittsburgh.
Off the play fake. Lawrence got his man complete over the middle. That's Fisher. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. On fourth down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers unable to pick up the first, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now Jackson going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Ready?
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 47. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyree Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. From the gun, Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We're back now in KC. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4.
7. 52, Mike, 52. Right here, right here.
On third down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded just inside the 30. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Double dog, that's the way. Check dog. Check 3.
To throw is Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 25 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Now he's flushed out left. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Right there. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson now, operating from the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding a big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Hey, orbit. Check 52's the mic. Check.
On first down, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now they try the right side here. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, Packers. A great play there. 83 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing, the interception. If he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math, but don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 37. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as they are able to cut into that lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Your track. Mike 54. Mike 54. Oh, Hassan.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. And let's get that ball, Dan.
To throw is Jackson. To throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Rashawn Gary. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 3 bucks.
Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Now a handoff looking right. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off the bootleg, Lawrence. And he can't get a throw off. off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chris Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on third and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on fourth down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Pull it together.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Buying time, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Come on. You better bring it.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Green Bay, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I